Everyone.
Yes, sir. Screen is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Manoj sir, for providing me this opportunity to present my this presentation on topic of intellectual property right in the semiconductor industry, a global perspective. So basically, we are in this intellectual property right conference, and I thought that this topic will be more appropriate for this particular conference. And as I have seen so many presentations. Beyond the theme also, but still I will try to stick to the theme of IPR only. So basically, as you know, that semiconductor industry is a crucial pillar of modern technology, providing the building blocks for electronic devices and systems that power our daily lives. The industry's significance extends beyond the consumer electronics, as semiconductors are essential in sectors such as automotive, aerospace, healthcare, telecommunications, and renewable energy. So the point why I have taken this topic is in the introduction itself, because basically I am a mechanical engineer, and semiconductor is basically a part of electronics, which is my co-author Ritesh Oja. He is the head of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering here. So we both decided to choose a topic which is relevant to both, and then we came across the topic which is like relevant in the consumer electronics also, like in our mobile phones, in our laptop, everything is powered by the semiconductors, and Hari Singh sir can appreciate that fact also. And in automobile also, like all the connected that we are getting a new cars, maybe it is Tesla or MG, Hector, everything, they are well connected with the technology, and because of this is connected because of this particular semiconductor industry which is powering the automobiles also. So when one of our colleague went to purchase a car, maybe a few year back, he was told that there is a 6 month waiting or 1 year waiting for a particular car model. Then he asked, sir, what is the issue? Why you are not giving the car right now, and you are taking such a long time? Then the dealer told that, sir, there is a shortage of semiconductors. And because of that, most of the functions of the car will not work. We have made the entire car is ready, but because of the semiconductor shortage, we are not able to deliver your cars in the short period of time. So there I came to know that the importance of this particular industry in all the fields, including the automotive, aerospace, and all those things are now connected. All things are having a small inbuilt semiconductor into it, and because of that it is working as a small mini computer, you can say. Even it plays a vital role in renewable energy solutions, in solar panels, in wind turbines, and electric vehicles, which are the like future now, and everything has a semiconductor into it. As you see on this graph, that global semiconductor IP market, and it is around 7 billion US dollar. It will be around 7 billion US dollar by 2029, and if you talk about 2032, it will be around 11 billion US dollar. So the IP market is also increasing in the field of semiconductor, and it is a very huge market, as you see by the numbers, 7 billion USD. It is a very big and huge amount which is invested in this particular field. So that's why we are choosing this particular topic. And now I will say what is the importance of semiconductor innovation and protection. What is the importance of IPR in this particular industry? So this particular industry is uh, basically totally dependent on this IP, because the chips are essentially tiny computers that requires a lot of integrated circuitry, and once this is made, if someone steals it, someone copies it, then it will become a very huge problem, because you have to invest a lot of money to prepare these kinds of circuit, and that upfront cost cannot be like uh, cannot be taken care if it is copied by someone else. So the design of these circuits are usually protected by the patents. You can design a circuit by your own, and then you should get it patented. Then only you should market it. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you for that innovation to take place. And without the IP protections, the companies will have very little incentives to invest in the research and development necessary to create new and innovative products. So this IP protection is very much needed, and it is very much needed for this particular industry itself, semiconductor industry. Now, what are the challenges in the IPR protection for this particular industry? The first challenge is global supply chain complexities. What do you mean by global supply chain complexities? Basically, what you can say that suppose there is a mobile manufacturing company in China, and it requires some parts, semiconductor parts. Maybe it is importing from Taiwan, it is importing from Japan or from Korea. So all these supply chain should be very much perfect. In case of, I would like to give the example of Mahindra and Mahindra, they could not make the car and they could not supply their XUV 700 to the dealers for more than 1 year because their supply chain got broken and they are not getting the enough supplies of this semiconductor. So there is so much complexity involved in this intellectual property infringement issues. There are some cases where it has been stolen, it has been copied by the other competitor, and there are some infringement issues also. Counterfeiting and piracy concerns are there. Patent trolls, just as we have the social media trolls, there are patent trolls and litigation challenges. These patent trolls, what they do, they charge more amount of money even the patent itself. Suppose the patent cost is, let's say, 5 lakh rupees or 5 crore rupees. They will be charging 50 crore rupees to the companies that if you want to use, then that will be like more, they will be charging more value even beyond the fair value of that particular patent. These are known as patent trolls. So in social media, you can compare with the social media trolls. So these are the challenges in the IPR protection. Coming to the landmark cases and legal battles. So in 2012, I purchased a mobile of Samsung, which was like first smartphone that I have purchased. And that mobile phone is basically a copy version of Apple's iPhone. So in 2012, Apple fighted a legal battle against the Samsung Electronics, where they charged the Samsung Electronics that you are copying our design, you are copying, infringing our various patents or design element or user interface features. And this battle was like the landmark case in the field of IPR history, and the outcome was in the favor of Apple, where the Samsung has to pay money, and it is a substantial amount that the company has to pay for the patent infringement. So this is how the work goes in the semiconductor industry. Second case, which is again Nvidia Corporation acquisition of ARM Limited, is a very recent case where Nvidia is purchasing the ARM, which is a British semiconductor and software design company. Again, they have some concerns regarding regulators and competitors. So this is again, this went to legal battle, and now they are fighting the case against each other. Now, there are certain disadvantages that I have shown to you, and now there are certain advantages also that I'm showing to you, that what are the real world examples of effective IPR informants. So if you use the IPR in a proper way, then you can utilize it as a boon also to the semiconductor industry. For example, Qualcomm, which is a giant in the semiconductor industry, and Apple, they collaborated. Previously, they were fighting against a legal case against each other. Then they settled the case, and then they reached to a global patent license agreement. And as a part of this settlement, Apple agreed to pay Qualcomm as an undisclosed amount in royalties, and they signed a multi-year chipset supply agreement. So Apple will not have the shortage of the supply chain issues, or they will not have the shortage of the semiconductor from the Qualcomm side. There is a multi-year chipset agreement has been signed. So this is the how you can use the effective IPR enforcement. Second is the case of Intel Corporation, which is again a giant in the semiconductor industry, and it has successfully defended its patents through litigation and settlement agreements, where it is, because of this, it is maintaining the dominant position in the semiconductor industry because of this IPR protection strategy. So what are the strategies? Either there can be strategies to file the patents. There is a defensive patenting strategy where you don't fight a mitigation legal case. Once there is a competitor which is filing a case against you, then you use your defensive patent to fight that case. So that is also, Intel is aggressively using this defensive patenting strategy. Collaborative licensing and cross licensing, I have already shown the example of Qualcomm and Apple, where they are cross licensing their patents. And then there is a trade secret protection also, which is again a strategy for IPR protection. Coming to the conclusion and the future outlook for the IPR in the semiconductor industry. So this industry is growing at a rapid pace. I have shown in the earlier slide also that the industry will be 11 billion US dollar by 2032, and with the emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, quantum computing, 5G, then again these emerging technologies will also have an impact on the IPR also. The world needs to find an adaptive and agile IPR frameworks. It should not be a static one, which is like you cannot change it for many years, and the industry is changing at a rapid phase, rapid speed. So you need to have the agile IPR frameworks, and then you need to find the potential solution and strategies to address the future challenges. So this is how this IPR is helping the semiconductor industry, and there are cases which the companies are fighting against each other. So this is it from my side. If you have any questions, I am open to the question answers.